Welcome everyone to the final round of the tournament. It is round 30, and we have Cyril from Nigeria going against Owolabi Lukeman from Ireland. Both players are competing for the second place prize of $1,600. So there's a lot at stake in this game. Cyril's opening rag Fuamion. Joining me in the commentary later on, we'll have Sola Lasaki, just sorting out a few things right now, but she will be joining me soon. Okay, we have UFO as the first move for Cyril. Interesting choice there. Current right now, I can recall that UFO takes the front hook B for Buffalo, and that would set up really nice scoring options or a bingo lane later on the board. Lookman now with Witgire. Not a lot he can do on this turn if he wants to keep the best possible tiles. Something like Wig would be the play here, and I have confirmation that Coinsola has joined me here in the commentary. Welcome, Coinsola.
Thank you so very much. Wonderful to be back here for the final game of this tournament. Yes, really excited to see how this game pans out.
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot at stake in this game. Even though the top position or the top prize has been clinched by Abdulmumin Jimo, $1,600 is still up for grabs, and any of those two players would walk away with that sum. Back into the game with a rack of Wimanty, we see Cyril going for Tony.
I mean, from his rack, I think Tony is very good. The choice is a very smart choice. I mean, it scores pretty well. Scores 29 and leaves him with IM.
Yeah, looking at Lukman's rack now, Kingers is what he has. Unfortunately, no bingos for him on this board. And would you be looking to play off the K leaving Ingers, which is a strong leave, or he would want to play out more tiles, maybe even bond the S and hook ITS now? It's unsure what he would want to do on this turn, but I'm sure he's going to take his time and look through his options.
I mean, at first glance, I'll just think to play out the K and hope to, maybe pick the A from the bag or T or something like that. Um, but doing that, playing ing, a word ending with ing on this board, I think there are only just one or two spots where you can do that. So maybe looking to do just KY or KI.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's
And it
really
could
difficult here to decide if you're just plunking down the K for KY leaving GIRNES, which bingos a lot of times, or you want to score more and play out that I leaving RENGS, which is not as good as having that I with it.
Yes, and you might even decide to even do king, playing KING over there, leaving it with ERS.
Yes, that plays out more tiles and it has the risk of disturbing the synergic tiles he has right now. If you play King, you leave RES, and of course you're open to bingo with that, but going into the back to pick four tiles, you can't tell what those four tiles are going to be. So a really tricky turn for Lukeman. And knowing him, I'm sure he's going to take his time and assess as best as he can. I'm thinking he feels there is a bingo here. We saw him arrange Gerkins, but the word is Erkins, I believe. And we see him arranging circle now, which is invalid. I can confirm that there are no seven-letter bingos on his rack. So would we be seeing a phony? We can see him really, really thinking about it.
I mean, SERING and then K. Having this set of tiles, you would um want to think that there is a playable bingo for you on this turn, especially when these tiles go together very well. So yes, it's only valid if you put his time on this turn.
Through that, we see him set aside the K, thinking perhaps he should just plunk down the K there for KY. I think the only reason why I personally would not make that move is looking at the board, the only space for your bingo after that would be here. And you either have to start with the G or the N or the S. It's really likely yes, but would I want to just play the K there? If I would want to do that, then I think KI really opens up the board a lot more. So maybe KI is something I would be leaning towards. Regardless, we'll send him spend about 4 minutes or so on this turn, really, really taking his time there.
Wow, and he has done KY.
Yeah, KY is the move there. Unfortunately, it blocks the UFOS hook, which we can see has the S, but yeah, he's just trying to balance his styles as best as he can. We are seeing KYM. Oh, I was worried there for a second if Cyril was going to play a three-letter phony.
Yeah, looks like it was a mistake, but he has rearranged that. He's looking to play MC for 28.
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. He had five vowels on that turn, and this move plays out three of those vowels. He's looking to go into the bag and pick a lot more tiles. The blank is still there, and so many other options for him. Lookman wasting no time. Pingers is the word is playing here.
I mean, dropping the K and then going into the bag to pick the P just worked out very well for him. The INGRS leave was a very synergic leave. These styles go together. So yes, Pingers 83 comes down.
But I believe you're going to see a reply from Cyril, not a bingo, but at least a move that scores over 50. Jivey fits really nicely through the E in MC.
Yes, indeed, Jivey for 52. That would leave him with AEE. I mean, three vowels, but you have the opportunity to go into the bag to pick four tiles. So, yes, AEE is not a bad leave. Jivey scores pretty well. 52.
Yeah, I guess the only downside is playing Jivey. You're leaving a really nice spot for your opponent to score over 40 or so next turn. And if Jivey comes down, we'll probably be seeing JAFA play by Lookman. So, uh, interestingly, is not going for that and he goes for JEE instead.
Quite surprising actually. I mean, JEE scores way less. It scores just 35 compared to, 52. Or of the reason why he must have made that move.
Yeah, and the thing is, even in that same sport, you could have played AJEE that would have scored a lot more than just JEE there. But still, the move has been made and it's back to Lukman now.
Yes, Lukeman FAUTMAA goes in for FAA. That would leave him with MATU FAA, which scores 23.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice to me. It keeps the board pretty tight. You're not opening up anything unnecessary for your opponent.
Very true, very true. Cyril PI blank DAVY goes in to play Davy, although he had a bingo of Vapidly playing MC'd Vapidly for 78. Also Vapidly for 76 playing KY, but he seems to have missed that, but he scores 38 with Davy.
Yeah, rapidly down here. Oops, let me wait for the board to be flipped in a second. Rapidly Okin KY could have come down in that turn, or Okin MC'd here would have been really nice for Cyril, but unfortunately, we're seeing a miss from him there. The scores are Cyril's 142 to Lukeman's 141. The race to the $1,600 prize for the second position continues.
Yes, from the rank of TUMATIX, we see Amity come down and is withholding the X.
Yeah, I think this move is very sneaky. If you saw what he retained in that move, he left TUX. And looking at the board, TUX fits really, really nicely here next turn for over 50 points. So I think that was a really, really nice setup play from Lukman.
I mean, nice setup, but Cyril would be taking no chances. Although Cyril also had the opportunity to take out, that spot. He plays OP. He had a bingo, ISO spin, quite a number of bingos, but he, um, decides to just retain the blank and just take out that spot, playing OP. I don't know if it was a case whereby he didn't spot the bingo or if he just wanted to take out that spot.
Yeah, I have a feeling that has to be a miss. I spin there would have still almost obstructed. Yeah, it would have actually obstructed the setup for X. So I have a feeling that just has to be a miss, but it's understandable with IISO PS blank. You might not think at first that there are a couple of bingos there for Cyril to play.
Actually, I actually saw him arrange ISO, then PINS. Not quite sure if you know he missed that or if it was just a coincidence. But now looks like we should definitely be seeing a bingo come down.
That's right, and that blank could be a bunch of things. We'll get confirmation in a bit what is assigning that blank as ISSIER. Could be Kisia, I believe. I think that could be a bunch of letters. So we'll see in a bit what is assigning that blank as. Okay, meanwhile, we'll continue with the analysis. Lukeman has DNTRRUX, and it's just worth noting the blank could be a P for Pisia, or M, a K, or an H. So, as I said, we'd get confirmation for that soon. But back to Lukeman now with DRUXTNR. His
Some
moves
options
would.
for him, he
Oh,
could do
sorry.
DUX. Yeah, he could do DUX. Not a lot of options. I mean, he has just one vowel. Although, following his game, a part of me is predicting that he would not play out the X. He would, hold on to the X because I've seen him hold on to the X for in about 2, 3 games. So yes, he might not play out the X, and just like I said, he's going for TURD instead.
Yeah, the X there would not score that well anyway, so you might as well hold on to it and hope for an opening from the opponent. Halloen, we are saying Hallows come down for Cyril. Still his game right now, and Lookman wasting no time cashing in that X eventually.
Wow, looks like Cyril has drawn the Q, but no U to go with it.
Yeah, I okay, LRNEAEQ, and off the top of my head, I can't see any inspiring options for him except he just wants to drop the Q for QI, maybe for 11 points. Um, I'm sure he would have loved to have an I, maybe to play QAID through the D in third, but unfortunately, 11 is the best he can do on this turn, playing out that Q.
And that's exactly what he does. Looking at Lukman's rack, CORDANS, Caldrons plays through the first L in Alos. Caldrons for 78. Do you think we'll be seeing that come down?
I mean, it's world number 8 as it stands, so Cauldrons would be a pretty easy find for him if he locks in on that spot. If he's unable to spot that, unfortunately, there are no other bingos for him in this turn. It's worth noting that there's CAULDRONS too, so maybe he might see the Cauldrons move and maybe just maybe doubt that this one is invalid and it's only the one with the U that is valid. But let's see what he comes up with. And I would really like to say that I like Cyril's choice of playing the Q where he did, because it also fits here for the same 11 points. The Q here, he sets himself up for underlapping plays here, since we know he had the N in the previous turn, so he could play really nicely here for over 30 points pretty easily.
Yes, bit of a strategy there by Cyril. Still hasn't found Lukman still hasn't found Caldrons. Maybe he's looking to do something a bit different. He could do Dawn, right underneath Ping, as the spot was pointed out. Could do Dawn over there, and that would score 28 and could even extend it further. Donna for 32.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting that we're seeing really nice setup plays from both players from the start of the game. Earlier on, we saw Lukman just plunk down the K, leaving the best possible leave he could have. And then Lukman also playing Amitsi, setting up his X. But it did not stop there. Even the move of BUT was the setup for his X, and it eventually paid off, playing about 38 points or so in that sport. And Cyril too with his own little setup there with the QI, either looking to bingo or on the lap that spot. We see Lukman still looking confused. He has a feeling there has to be something here, and with the way the board is wide open, the H is floating. CH go pretty well together. We see him considering Chandras, but I don't think that takes the hook S, but Chandra might be okay. It's even invalid. So he has a feeling that there has to be something here. The H looks really tempting, but it's only playable bingo is through the L in Hallows.
Yes, like you said, having the C on his rack, you would think it would definitely play to the H. I mean, the H is over there in the triple lane open, but sadly, the only playable bingo on this turn from his rack would be to play cow drums.
I was seeing really taking his time and looking at the clock is 7 minutes behind Cyril, just 5 minutes left on his clock, and there are still over 22 tiles left in the bag. Oops, a bingo there for Luke. Sorry, a miss there for Lukeman. Cran is the move is going for.
Well, going over to Cyril, Cyril has a bingo of Aliener, though doesn't quite fit on this board at this time. So I'm thinking maybe just, drops one E, maybe playing NE, Crane, that scores 9. And it could look to just take advantage of the triple and play something like Acne um, or Akar, but he opts for Nicer instead.
Yeah, knowing Cyril, most Nigerian players don't fancy balancing their tiles too much and is going for nicer there, just trying to squeeze out any lead he can get in this game. Back to Lookman. After the miss of Kran, we're seeing him draw two more O's, and I feel like Kron would have been better, CRON, in that same spot, but now we're seeing with three O's, and it would really slow him down on this turn.
Indeed, for this turn, he could just score about 23, doing good, GOOD right on top of third. That kind of, sets up his S. I mean, he has an S playing to the triple lane if he decides to do that on his next turn. But other than that, he doesn't really have a lot of scores.
Yeah, we see him go for good, leaving NOS, not too many things he could do there, scoring 23 points. I believe there's GOODY, but there are no Ys left in the back, so not too much to worry about there.
Yes, I think it's a safe play. Zaulien is the rack for Cyril, and Cyril, might just be looking to do Riza or maybe raise to the R of Fingers to play down to the triple lane. I mean, it scores pretty decently. It scores 39. He has ZA set aside. Maybe he's looking to do ZA right next to bots for 35.
Okay, we're saying going for ZEA instead, trying to limit the floaters on the board. I would not say it has a solid lead per se. So I'm unsure why he's trying to shut down the board. From Oracle, Govnost, the saying Gov come down pretty quickly. I was thinking um maybe just maybe Lukman would want to cash in on that S that was the goods hook, but instead is retaining that S, and I think is hell bent on playing a bingo. We are seeing very fast plays from both players. Golf came down, and then RUIN from Cyril shutting down the bottom of the board.
Yes, and BOLNTES is the rack for Lukeman. Still no playable bingos. To score, I could just do OBVS to the triple lane playing through the BV of golf. That scores 38, and I mean that would take him, closer to Cyril's score. I think it will put him 2 points ahead. Although Cyril has, the second blank of the game, so kind of an edge, just a little bit.
Yeah, this is a critical point in the game, and I'm sure the um, time trouble that Lukman might be experiencing would matter as we are into the end game. There is only one tile left in the bag, and from our POV, we can confirm that that is the eye. So with NOBLEST, one tile left in the bag. The scores are Cyril's 3-6 to Lukman's 3-2. It's the way the board is shaped. I'm sure Lukman would be looking to first make sure Cyril doesn't bingo, because he knows there is a high chance that Cyril would definitely end this game. So I think Lukman is not just worried about scoring, but also making sure Cyril doesn't have an out bingo.
Yes, because if he does, then that would be very devastating to see. I mean, just 4,000 inside the bag. He plays three now. That would leave just one tile left in the bag after his draw.
Yeah, but I think the LEVS move from Lukman here is a slight miss. With the way the board is, it would be really difficult for Cyril to bingo out. But with LEVS played, OBVS was also possible in that same spot, which would have scored a lot more and almost guarantee a finishing from Lukman next turn. Um, but let's see if Cyril can. He has more than enough time, and he knows, or he should know, what Lukman has. So it's up to him to find a winning sequence if there is any.
Wow, this has been such an interesting game, if you ask me. I mean, right from the start of the game up until now, it has been neck and neck, and this 3-2-6, 3-5-4. The scores are still pretty close.
Okay. Apologies for the slight issues there. We are into the end game, and right now there is only one winning sequence for Cyril. For him to win this game, he needs to spot the move ISLE here at the middle of the board, or the top of the board rather. Earlier, he would have to designate his blank as the S. And what this move would do for him is score 27 points and would still trail because the scores would be 353 to Lukeman's 354. But the best thing about that move is it leaves DOH. And DOH would be able to finish here for um, about a couple of points: 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 points. I would still need to properly assess the end game, but that seems to be a winning sequence for Cyril here, all things being equal. Right? It seems we've still lost coin solar there. We see ODAH is the move for Cyril. This would most likely not win the game. Off the top of my head, I can already see a reply of BITO here would do really well for Lookman. But with the time trouble, maybe Lookman would miss his winning sequence if ODAH is played here. Sorry
All
for
right, sorry
the
for the break in transmission there.
Yeah, welcome back, Coin Solar. Just taking a quick look at the analysis for the end game, and it's really, really difficult. We see Serials
Well,
still
I think according to
considering
the scores,
ODAH. Oh, sorry about cutting you short there. Please, you have the floor.
yes, I was just pointing out that according to the scores, Lukman seems to have this game. I mean, just like you said, playing BITO will definitely guarantee him the win as he's leading even after, this play.
Yeah, as I've mentioned earlier, any path to victory has to start with Cyril Sporting ISLE leaving DOH. So we see Cyril taking back that move. He has a feeling that that can't be the winning sequence for him, although I think this still needs a lot more analysis on my end to properly assess what the route to victory here is for either of the players.
But I must say that it has been such an amazing run, this past 3 days. We've seen quite a number of players, beautiful, world class players come on here. The likes of the current champion, Jima, Tachi Charles of Ghana, Lukman, who is on stream, Cyril, Joseph, and yes, it has been such an amazing time here at ScrabbleMania 3.0. Um, yes, it's so wonderful to see. amazing play from amazing players.
Yeah, that's true. Tachi Charles, the Ghanaian who won last year, is running into a bit of trouble in the tournament this year, and it's unlikely we'd be seeing him clinch any of the top two or top three spots. But still, Olabi Lukman here, the Vespa chairman, world number eight, is holding things down really, really well. And Cyril, the master player from Nigeria, is also doing pretty impressively. Both players competing right now for the cash prize for second place, $1,600 for the winner of this game, and it all boils down to this end game. We see the time running out for Cyril there with less than 3 minutes on the clock. As I've mentioned, he needs to spot the ISLE move. It scores really, really well, leaves DOH that can finish in two spots on the board, and looking at Lukman's rack, BOINT would not be able to finish on this turn. So looking at things, I'll come in here, it would still be trailing by one, and Lukman would be forced to play maybe BITO here, which by the looks of it would score well, but a move like DOH atop here would outrun that, and at the end of the game, Cyril would win very marginally. And if that doesn't play out, I still has to come down here, and then there is the backup plan of DOH here or DOH here. So that has to be the sequence for Cyril here. Okay, the clock is ticking. Less than or about 1 minute left now for Cyril. He knows this move is very crucial, and he's not worried particularly about what Lukman plays. Is just trying to find where he can score the most on this board. We can even see him taking off his cap. The pressure is high. Cyril with less than a minute now. The seconds are ticking. Lukman patiently waiting. You can see him arranging BITO, still hoping to hook the corner of the board there. I've gotten confirmation that that has to be K for Kisia. So BITO would hook OKA here. And finally, Cyril is making his move. Less than 20 seconds now. DISH most likely is what is putting down there, but would this be enough? I can confirm that it won't, as long as Lukman can find his top choice. Oh my god. This move has been committed, and Lukman now has about over a minute to make his move. OBIT here would definitely win the game, and the OLE from Cyril unfortunately will not be enough. Wow, what an end game this has been. OBIT scored 21 points, ROLE scored 12 points, although there was 14 points um, up for grabs with OLE there. Quickly would switch to the overhead mic and see if we can catch any charts from both players.
I what? No. Okay, I
Should
don't
Vixen
know.
win? Should Vixen win?
You go
What?
win
You
now.
will lose with one.
You still lose with
Eh?
this one.
I don't see match. Let's say, what will you play?
This.
No, if you still lose, oh.
You will lose with
No,
one. I
this
don't
one,
do
no, no,
am.
no, no, this
What's
one,
this?
H.
Now you now.
H.
No, H, yeah.
H.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you lose.
I'd lose now.
Who will lose? You lose with this one.
With this, I'd lose.
I don't see that.
Because I saw my tuner, I saw
Yeah, boy, my shit.
Bonsai, we must chair, you know.
No,
So,
tó bá ta
that will move
ilé
the
yìí,
lady.
tó bá ta ilé
I
yìí,
don't see him. I don't see him. My
ilé
time.
yìí sì máa ní wàhálà. Because ilé yìí score ni, ó dẹ̀ lè ṣe tán sí bíbá. Bíbá yìí,
You can finish the
máa ṣe tán sí bíbá.
DH. I didn't see the ISO. I didn't see
No,
it.
because
I don't see say here dey.
That 27 will score. That 27 will win. I'm not saying.
no, that one will win now.
I don't know,
Because
like
I
all
don't
these
see,
screaming, they disturb me. Leave that outside.
I don't see, I don't even see this one. Say,
Ẹ lè rí náà, ẹ fẹ́ kí ọwọ́ nílẹ̀ máa wù kọ́ bá yẹ máa ta mú tí rí bọ̀n sáyẹ̀ fún yín bí ẹ máa ta
And the Python like see.
Yeah, I know now, of course.
This one pain me.
because
Meanwhile,
láti
I don't even know that.
àdórí ẹ dókítà owó láti because ìgbà tó tarun
You get the black that time, bro.
And I want to play with that.
because
No, tó bá ní kò ní ta ló kọ́ báyìí. Scrabble yà wọ̀ ní.
ọmọ ọmọ láti kára láyé ìlú mo láti kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹ kí n tó ìgbà kọ́
Okay, yẹ kọ́
tí bá ta kọ́ máa ti ta $1 sí ìgbà yìí ti pẹ́
ọ̀nà ṣetán. Àwọn ìgbà
$1
fún
nígbà tí mo lọ ń ta gold máa kọ́ ta
We'll go through this stuff. We'll go through this stuff, please.
no be God no worry.
All right. We've seen both players analyzing the game and other Scrabble players telling Cyril there that I had to be his move in that turn, and Cyril feeling pretty beat up about that miss, and even Lukeman pointing out that Kron would have been a better choice instead of Kran. And it's really nice seeing Scrabble players gather around, analyzing the games and, telling each other what the moves should have been. We can see Cyril is not feeling too happy about this loss, knowing that he could have won this game. Is $1,600 worth of game. ISLE there was a four-letter word worth over $1,000. But this is Scrabble, and it happens. You make mistakes. The best thing is just to learn from it. With this game drawing to an end, I can confirm that Lukeman Owolabi would be winning the second place prize for ScrabbleMania 3.0. And as soon as the other games are done with, we'll have confirmation on the top five players in this tournament. It has been a weekend to remember. ScrabbleMania 3.0 in Monrovia, Liberia has been a success so far. We've seen a lot of amazing gameplays here on stream. Jimo Abdul Mumin, still the winner for this year. Big congratulations to him. From myself, Excel Moiwa, and the rest of the commentators, we say thank you so much for joining us throughout the weekend. It's been an amazing time with people in the chat and also a lot of Africans joining us here on the stream. Make sure you take care and peace out.
Fine.
104.
I now played far 16, 17, 18, 19, 23. You now play David. 38, 38. I now play 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 12, 15, 15. 86, yeah. You now play bingo 3, 4, 5, 6, 61. I think you are now 65, sir. Okay, 61. 2, 2, 7. And I'll play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 16. 2, 2. Now play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. 5, 7. 38. 240.
This is what? 1632 plus this
34, 38.
38.
Then
I'll get QI.
11. 268. And I play crown, I think 2, 3, 32. 6, 7, 8, 24. And I play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6.
What did you score?
Yeah?
What did you score?
Which one I score now? 32 now.
Yeah.
Crown now.
What did I give you?
Now 32 I give myself. I don't know what you give.
It will not be 32. Not now you play first now. You not play first. You play this thing first. You play
What did I play?
32. Play after 240.
38, 32.
You play 22.
I scored. Huh?
22 first.
Wait.
22 you play first. What if you're good?
Waiting, my good are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 19, 20, 23.
After that one, I play 23.
After, look at see my listing.
But that 32, not be now you play. Wait, 32, you don't say play 32. Play 32. Yeah, after 240, not be 32 you play.
Now 32 I play. See my score now.
What is 32 now? Yeah.
Now the crown. Let's go. After this one, I play crown 32.
I'll give you 22.
Eh?
Why I give you 22?
Well, at 32 I score. I don't play 22.
That was the next move. Okay.
23.
Okay, wait, 22, that's 2.
272.
272. Okay.
And he scored, what did he score? After my crown, what did he score? See?
What's coming in difference?
What's the score? What's the final score?
361, 375.
It's correct now. See?
Okay, the difference 20.
No, 75,
14.
I'm slightly mistake for my score. I cannot still win now. Why do you just like to win?
Because I know they score. I know they score. I know they score now.
You know, we drop this kind of score. No, bros, I'm out of game. Eh?
I can't because you get 8 years and I don't go finish. Once you play that, but you don't drop your 8, I don't go finish.
Cyril, Cyril. I thought this place might just come to my bed. That is.
I'm not seeing anything
You
there.
know that is the blank. If it was this, you see, that's another crazy thing about the game. If it was this, you just see it easily like ISME, raw. You understand? The blank to be nominating.
You now play B. 20. And you have here.
23 is 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 plus 8, 22.
You don't win
1.
18.
That's what I'm telling you now. That's the move. That's all.
You don't win 18. What you say I go play? If you play.
We never have a bow. Well, I am coming here now. You like.
Okay, me only feel it.
I am coming here now.
Come on, I should come.
I didn't should come in like this.
No, be good. Apart from that place,
Only
should consider.
no, only
Okay,
should come
oh, the
Ketra Babi Jenna.
only okay, for the
Yeah, now and DH.
Ketra Babi Eje.
No, as in, yeah.
I told you that this is
369, 375. No, because 600.
No, I got $1,000. So am I live?
You are live. No, because yes,
Well, I like the positioning. Nigeria, Ghana, Nigeria.
So that's it.
Yeah. You don't bother about them. They were always going to be
Malik plays too.
You finished 17, he said.
No, who now?
actually 365, 361.
No. We need to have a meeting. All Liberians.
Listen, I don't have the bread.
This game won't kill me. That Kinga, I was playing Kinga. I was thinking something was telling me there's a word there. Kinga, I wasted my 5 minutes. I now drop the K. No. I'm just carrying now or something. So even with this Y carrying, but the Y is I didn't try any chapel. Because I'm going to play get keys. Thank you, my man.
Well done. That's a game.
Thank you for saving my 1,000. It was living and we thank you. Easy yourself.
No, I saved myself 600. You know? I said that game, man. Wait, see, they won't kill me for King of the Hill. I just did.
And I swear, if I had won that second one, the third one would have been so easy. I would just make a
Oh boy. This game wants to do something. Narrowly.
Was it Wednesday or 11?
Narrowly. Okay, I know. I know. Say you don't see the battle like when they do like, you know, and you don't run out of, you now wait under pressure. Because at this move, now it's safely. At this move. Because if I don't bingo, if I don't do this one, I don't go. You yourself don't play there. If I don't play this move, I don't go. You know, I was doubting that left takes sense, but I just left. There was no.
Not get up at the block board now. If I get
You
a
know,
man,
I didn't have the plan.
if I play race and they open me and they float everything,
Yeah.
I don't have to seal up this place, give her only the chance of this age.
You
Then I'll
know,
come back later to just take care of this place.
fear of the unknown. For me, I didn't see the plan. You
Maybe
know,
I even just chop my head here, but stop here.
sir, I don't get business here.
This
I don't
place,
get business.
this place, you understand? Just
Sir
stop
is
here.
plenty.
There, this one. 46.
Sir
Just
is
stop here first.
plenty now.
It's 36. That one was I don't have to take care of the board. Black never come. You know,
Black never come, you know. And you dey lead. Because you dey lead. Okay, that's true, sir. That's true. But that maybe that's why he's supposed to just take chance. You know, because even if I get the blind, if I don't bingo, I go still outrun. Even if I know, even if I get the blind, I don't need to bingo. Now then, why that one at 5 now? Now yeah, you lose.
why I not go play am to this man?
Why you go play?
Why I not go play am? Maybe I from down here like this.
But you dey block. You can't
And I
go
block
play
and
game.
block. I
You
need
can't
to
go dey play.
I need to block. I didn't see the blank. Don't say maybe don't get the blank.
No, you can't play that one. Na God, oh. Na God.
I also to get from back.
Na God. You try. Now I even commend you. Say, you try.
Okay. Oh, you did well. In fact, no, did you really?
So you're gonna finish fourth now.
I fought don't show before.
Yeah. You finish. Sorry? Kini?
700, 800.
Omo, na 1,000 you lose. 50.
That's the end game.
That's the end game. Really.
By total
By
my
total.
mind now was the situation I blocked by total out. Just gets
Because anything where you're supposed to say I'm shop for you.
go finish now. That's the thing. That's how to remove there. By total.
Where you played the left and then left. So if you had
I
done that,
went to pick this one inside. So I now had my toner.
okay, this was.
So it was I had this noblesse.
Coach, yeah,
Noblesse is what I have. Noblesse is what I have.
But did you play the Baytona?
No,
I have to stop him from playing the Baytona. So the Baytona, you finish and win the Baytona. So in the effort to do that, I was thinking this should have won me the game.
I'm just trying to see the likely case.
I didn't see it.
you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, you didn't have the eye.
I didn't have the eye. Just played left.
I just scored plenty.
I
I just brought it. I was not there before, Nashebi.
Me, I wasn't even sure. I was doubting. I was doubting.
Now I play this room here now.
You know, there was no other way I could play.
As many want to get black for us.
There was no other way I could play. I did this one. Yeah, there was no other way.
The S was still at large. There was no way I would leave this place. S was at large, black was at large. Easy big. So I don't remove it. Because then I was still leading small. I was leading with like 16 or 17. This move. Then you just move. Then you just chop this 2 points. Now I now pick Bions. I now saw Baytona for him.
You see, that is one thing I hate about blocking games. You block and then he chops big and you are.
Yes, if I pick any score other than this score,
Yeah.
any other score,
Maybe you should just have taken the gamble.
Yeah.
even if I come like this, I will still win. This is 12. Instead of that,
Instead of that 5.
difference 7. What was our difference?
14.
14.
No, it will still.
No, I'm not going to lose. You know why? This place will be torn to you now. I'm not going to pick black. Everything.
that's
This place will be
I
like
was
this now.
I'll just play Bions then.
Yeah,
No, I
you
won't
might.
play left.
You not go play left this left.
So you might lose.
You not go play left. You come with something else.
Huh?
He had no
Now
bless.
close, now
No
no
bless.
bless in my hand.
So these are the things he's not seeing. So it will really worry him,
You know go fit take the risk of leaving this place. You know go play left.
especially with
Especially with
Glenn and this.
So for
It
winner.
will
So for worry. Because you go come now. They think of all this